Good afternoon and welcome to St Chinnock's Park in Clones in the county of Monaghan. A beautiful sunny day here in Clones for this Division 2, the National Football League game between Monaghan and Armagh. Both sides out on the field making their last few moments of preparation count as both managers give final instructions there as well. Kieran Kearns from the Monaghan side and Ronan Murphy, of course, from Armagh. I'm delighted to say that I'm joined in the commentary box this afternoon by a lady who needs very little introduction. She's a Monaghan legend. That's Niamh Kinlan from the Mahar Club. Of course, played for Monaghan for 18 years, has an All-Ireland medal in her back pocket and also 3 All-Stars and a senior championship, of course, with her club as well. Niamh, you're very welcome to this broadcast here, and a wonderful day for ladies football. It hasn't been great this past month with weather-wise, but today, no excuses from either side.
Definitely, Gerald. Thank you. Yeah, it's a fabulous day here in St Chinnock's Park, and I suppose we've been saying it over the years that it's great to see these kind of fixtures in the home club of the county grounds of the county, and it's great to see them here in Clones, and Clones looks like in good condition too. Yeah, and of course Armagh, they're safely through to the league semi-finals, courtesy of 2 wins to date over Tyrone. They won that game 5-9 to 1-10, and then beat Cavan 2-13 to 10 points. So their early season form has been very impressive, Niamh. After making a big impact in the TG Cahir Senior Championship in recent times, they will be very, very keen to get promotion this year. Definitely so, dear. Like, I suppose there would have been Ronan and his management team and the players would have been disappointed in 2021 to not contest or not to reach a semi-final of the league. So they've that step done already this year. So they'll be happy, and you're right, they'll be looking at promotion. And
as for your own home county, a draw here today will be sufficient for them to make it through to the semi-finals after defeating Cavan 10 points to 9 and drawing, of course, with Tyrone 10 points apiece. And even a defeat from Monaghan might be okay today if Cavan can defeat Tyrone in Kingspan Breffni. It's a new team, it's a new management, there's a new chair, everything seems to be new and fresh about this Monaghan team, and they've done well.
Yeah, definitely have, Gerard. It is a definitely new team. It's no secret that there's 11 players that were involved in the team in the panel last year, and 11 almost starters that are not available to the county this year. So a real transition going on in the county, and like these young players have really stepped up under a new management team, as he said, and had a great result against Cavan, and get a draw so far unbeaten this year, and the management team and the players must be very happy with that.
Yeah, well, we're going to have our national anthem now for a local singer here. Pat McCabe will be the man that will sing Around the Vein.
Shantir Shinshir Pasta Niok Farpintir Ardot Vintrol Anok Dahim Savarna Will Legan Orgil Hon Bosch No Sil Legoni Skrik We Lobok Nabiler Sholif Khani
Wonderful rendition there of Around the Vein from local man here, Pat McCabe, and that gives us the opportunity now to take a quick look at the Monaghan team. We understand Orna Kelly, only 16 years of age, will wear number 16 and start in goals. Full back line will be Maeve Monaghan, Jennifer Duffy and Lauren Garland. Half back line of Abby McCarry, Rosie Courtney and Emer Traynor. Midfield sees one change with Jodie McQuillan in wearing number 8, and she's partnered now by number 19 as Aoife Burns. And then the half forward line is Amy Garland, Muireann Atkinson, the captain of the side, will wear 11, and number 12 is the Maher Clune girl Lauren Jones. Full forward line is Casey Traynor, and then a late change sees Chloe McBride drop out, and she's replaced by Jane Dury, who will wear number 30, and Emma Clerkin will fill out the number 15 jersey. A very young team, Niamh, but they've done well, as you've alluded to earlier.
Yeah, the very young side there, and and Aoife Burns has come in at midfield. She started against Cavan as well, and she's was under a minor player of the year last year in the county, so she's a young player that's really stepped up to the mark. And you know, across the board, the Garlands are still so young. Lauren Jones is only in her 20s too, so very young side.
Yeah, and as for Armagh, well, they have a lot of experience in their side, and it's an opportunity here today for Ronan Murphy to shake up his team a little, give other players an opportunity, and of course bring back the great Caroline O'Hanlon, who starts today. So their team will line out as follows, with Anna Carr in goals. Sarah Marley drops out at number 2 and she's replaced by Shauna Gray. Clodagh McCambridge wears 3, Grace Ferguson is 4. Half back line of Tierna Grimes, Lauren McConville and Kate Toe she'll wear number 7. Middle of the field is Niamh Marley and Blaheen Mackin, 8 and 9. Half forward line is Catherine Marley, Fanula McKenna and Niamh Coleman wearing 17 comes in for Eve Lafferty. Then the full forward line sees 2 changes. Amy Mackin, of course, the captain of the side, and what a player Amy Mackin is. She will wear 13. 27 is Grace Boylan, or Grania Boylan, and she will replace Niamh Reel. And Eva McCoy from Drummond drops out, and she was replaced by the irrepressible Caroline O'Hanlon. And even, you know, the pleasure of watching Caroline today is something to look forward to.
Oh, it really is, Ger. And I mean, you know, it's her first start this year, and obviously, you know, she's playing netball over in England as well, and you know, she's keeping all sides going, and obviously in her profession as well. So. It's great to see her back playing. Well,
the action is underway. We're looking forward to this encounter between Armagh in their change strip, of course, with the black jersey with the orange stripe on the front and on the back. And the ball is fed in there, in round to the half forward. That's Finola McKenna delivers a good ball into space. That space is filled there on this occasion by Niamh Coleman. Coleman gives it back there to Tierna Grimes. Grimes feeds it back out there to Amy Mackin. Mackin crossfield to her sister, that's Blaheen. Blaheen then across to the very diminutive figure of Lauren McConville, but what a player Lauren McConville is, now converted to a centre half back. She's in possession of the football again, lays it off there one more time to Blaheen Mackin. Mackin looks up, solos the ball 30 metres out over the far side of the field. Monaghan still to get a hand on the ball in this game. The referee's hand goes up over there, indicates that there was a foul. And just to bring you up to date on our referee, that is Siobhan Coyle from Donegal, and she will be assisted today by Noeline McGurk and Noel Breslin, who are the 2 lines persons. Noeline from Monaghan and Noel also from Monaghan, the Gael Truagh Club represented here today, as that ball is fed in. A difficult angle there. Will it be kept in play? No, it's gone to the left hand side as we look out here high up in the Jerry Arthur stand. First wide of the game, Niamh.
Yeah, first wide, probably an uncharacteristic wide from Amy Mackin on her own side as well, but kicked wide, and that's the first wide for the game.
Monaghan moved the ball quickly out there through Rosie Courtney, the centre half back. Rosie held up well on this occasion, has to turn back to find a little bit of space. Still Courtney, one of the more experienced players on the side, and she's only 23 years of age. Feeds the ball forward now, looking there for Casey Traynor. Traynor was been robbed there on that occasion by Lauren McConville. McConville went in for it, picked it up very quickly and got this move underway with Kate Toe. Toe gives it back there now to Blaheen Mackin. Mackin forging forward. Monaghan putting plenty of players behind the ball, 13 players behind the ball now, just 2 left up front as Armagh come forward with Grace Ferguson. Ferguson gives it inside to McConville, who started this attack. McConville, as I said, a converted forward from last year. She fancied her chances there of a shot, but elected that the distance was too far, and a good steal on this occasion by the Monaghan girls. They've turned this one over, and Maeve Monaghan delivers it long there. We'll give it back to Jennifer Duffy, who then in turn delivered long up the field. Foot pass getting Monaghan up the field very quickly with their captain Muriel Atkinson. Feeds the ball forward, but the goalkeeper watches it well there. The experienced Anna Carr from the Carrick-Cruppen club does well, gathers possession. A frantic start to this game, plenty of action to and fro, and this girl Blaheen Mackin has been involved in a lot of Armagh's good moves, and just as I say that, she kicks the ball not very accurately over the sideline. It goes, and a line ball for the Monaghan girls.
Yeah, that was a bit of good play there from Monaghan. They did really well to turn the ball over. Just the last pass from Muriel Atkinson was just too close to Anna Carr, and she was off her line very quickly.
Rosie Courtney again in possession of the football, faced up there by Blaheen Mackin. Courtney 45 metres out from goal, close to the sideline, does well, brilliant turn inside Mackin there. Still going forward is Rosie from the Donaghmoyne club, lays it off there. Now an opportunity for Monaghan, screaming for it here on this side of the field is Maeve Monaghan, but not the best ball in the world, but it might work out. It comes over towards Amy Garland. Amy Garland does well, cuts inside, trying to get onto her right foot, gets the shot away. Did she overcarry it? She did overcarry it. Referee there, Siobhan Coyle, elected for a free out because Amy carried the ball, but a promising move.
Yeah, it definitely was, and a good change of play and a good vision from Jodie McQuillan to give the ball over here on the weak side to Amy Garland. But unfortunately, Amy was in two minds. She wasn't sure to shoot in the first attempt. She didn't, and she took a step too far.
And didn't have a left foot on that occasion. Wanted to get onto her right foot.
Yeah, and that can be something that fall down on some players. Sometimes if they don't have a left foot, they're very caught then.
Yeah, well, Armagh moved the ball quickly from the resultant free, and the ball is out here down below us here in St Cernach's Park. Beautiful day. Ball fed forward now to Niamh Coleman. Bit of space for Coleman from the Clonairon club to operate in. Gives it back there to Mackin. Mackin gets the shot away, but this time again it's gone to the left hand side and gone wide. And it's not often we'd say in a game that the first two efforts on the post were from Amy Mackin, and both of them went to the left and wide.
No, you definitely wouldn't. And I mean, as we've said like it's so uncharacteristic of Amy, and her second wide in the match.
Bad kick out there, straight to Marley. Marley gives it back again. This could be the opening score of the game. It just wasn't the best kick out in the world. It went into the hands there of Caroline O'Hanlon, I think, who got the shot away, and Caroline popped it over the bar, showed her experience, popped it over the bar. First score of the game.
Yeah, it was. It's funny, like yourself there, you didn't recognise Caroline. I wasn't sure if that was her to wait for it to turn around, but yeah, on the left foot, just it went. Orna Kelly went for the short kick out. It was turned over, and Caroline certainly punished it.
Yeah, 5 minutes played here. Opening score of the game coming from the experienced Caroline O'Hanlon. Great to see her back in action here for this Armagh side, who have their sights set on promotion, and of course a good run in the championship later in the year, as Monaghan come now looking for an early riposte to that score that from Caroline O'Hanlon is Casey Traynor. Traynor lays it back and gets it again, or gives it over to Emma Clark, and Clark feeds it in, but dropping in there and gathering it very safely back there in her own defence is the hard working Shauna Gray. Gives it back to Anna Carr. Carr lays it out to Kate Toe, spreads the play over the far side of the field. Ball be pumped forward now, looking for Amy Mackin. Mackin out the field, foraging forward, puts down the burners, great pace, driving forward, great poise of course when in control of the football, delivers a ball inside there. Ball goes to ground, and going back there and gathering it well is the fullback again, Jennifer Duffy, for the Monaghan girls, the Farney ladies as they're known as. Gets possession out and gets it back again. Duffy from the O'Neill Shamrocks club gives it back inside to Amy Garland. Of course, the two Garland twins on the side, Lauren and Amy, twin sisters, both students of course. Ball fed forward there now. Monaghan still in possession of the football over on the far side of the field with their corner back. That's Maeve Monaghan. Monaghan, the 21-year-old, a member of that very successful minor team of 2019. They were beaten in the All-Ireland final as Monaghan come for their first score of the game. Good drive on this occasion from Maureen Atkinson, the captain of the side, but Atkinson's shot goes to the right-hand side and goes wide, first wide of the game. She hadn't much help with her on that occasion. She had to do it all and take the shot on herself, Niamh.
She did, Jerry, yeah. I mean, we've seen that of Murren so often in matches where she's so strong at going forward, but she needed a bit more support play. It's hard to tell if there's much of a win, but I think it seemed like it held up a little bit there when she kicked it, and it just bounced out wide. Yeah.
First wide of the game for Monaghan, 1 point to no score in favour of Armagh. We've played 7 minutes here in St Cernach's Park. Nice little crowd gathered in the Jerry Arthur stand down below us. The tires on the far side of the field empty here as the ball is fed forward. Tierna Grimes in possession, gives it over to Fionnuala McKinney. McKinney from the Armagh Harp side, still McKinney strong and purposeful, but that's good defensive play by Monaghan. Excellent defensive play, and not a bit shy and going in there was Amy Garland and letting her know about that turnover, and that's always good to see.
That really is, and Amy Garland, that's she's so brilliant at that. She plays the half forward, but she spends an awful lot of time on her defence, and it was really good by the two Donaghmine girls, Rosemary Courtney. But just here, I see Monaghan must have been trying to keep something from us before the match. Jennifer Duffy hasn't started. I see two other subs, one being Kiva Brennan, who has started, and I'm trying to work out who the other person is missing, so they didn't make us aware of this before the match.
I'll leave that job to you, and we'll keep an eye on how this game progresses. I see number 26 there is Kiva Brennan, as you've alluded to, from the St Bridget's club. So she's on the field of play. We'll try and identify who she has come in for later on.
Emer Traynor.
Emer Traynor,
number 7, yeah.
So Emer Traynor isn't in. So the ball fed, we follow the play. An opportunity here now for Jodie McQuillan. The referee's hand goes up. The advantage will accrue because Clodagh McCambridge was climbing over the back of the Monaghan girl, and therefore the referee elects to give the free for Monaghan and an opportunity for them to level matters. And if this one goes over the bar, we'll have played 9 minutes, and Monaghan will have gained confidence that they, can match this Armagh side.
Definitely so. And I mean, Jodie McQuillan, she's lined out in the programme as a midfielder, but she seems to be playing in full forward, and a really brilliant young footballer, and very good at the frees, as she shown against Cavan in the first game of the league, and she showed it again that she still has the shooting boots on, and a great score from Jodie McQuillan.
Yeah, Jodie McQuillan. Of course, her father Darren is the chair of the Ladies County Board, the new chair in the county. So a new chair, a new manager, a new team more or less, and that new team have responded with a point there to level matters. 9 minutes played, a point apiece. Armagh coming for an immediate response there. Ball in the hands of Catherine Marley. Marley lays it off there to Neve Marley, her sister. Plenty of sisters on the teams today. You have the 2 Mackins, that's Blahin and Amy. You have the 3 Marleys, Sarah, Neve and Catherine. And of course on the Monaghan side you have the Garland twins, Lauren and Amy, and the Jones sisters, that is Colleen and Lauren. So 1 point apiece. 9.5 minutes played here in St Chinnock's Park. Ball over on the far side of the field with the Monaghan captain. That's Maureen Atkinson, captain of the side from the O'Neill Shamrocks club. Gets the ball back there, 65 metres out from her own goals. Looks up, looks for movement, has to come forward herself. A little bit of space to operate in. Armagh with plenty of players behind the ball. 13 as we look out here. Jodie McQuillan now in possession. McQuillan lays it off. An opportunity again for Monaghan. Just about retain possession. Back it goes to Atkinson. Atkinson lays it inside, going through the middle, and Armagh of course get plenty of players in round the middle. They're not being stretched at all, as the ball is still in possession there with Courtney, I think it is. Yeah, Courtney gets the shot in, and well, Anna Carr I think knew that one was going to the left hand side and going wide. And it's a feature of this Armagh side. I've watched them a couple of times this year. They will close up the centre and force teams to try and come through the centre, and then they'll bottle them up. Yeah,
I just counted the count there when you said that, Gerald. Like 10 players back behind the ball in that passage of play. And I mean, Monaghan were patient, but I think Rosie could have waited a wee bit longer. Rosie Courtney took her shot and it dropped out wide again, so Monaghan's second wide.
Yeah, and I think if they're going to penetrate this defence of Armagh, they're going to have to play it a little bit wider.
Yeah, definitely so, and play it like a little bit more patient as well, where they try and create the chance and give it to the person in the best position.
Yeah, keep working the ball, get it into the shooting position as Tierna Grimes comes forward now for Armagh. A little bit more width to their attack on this occasion, as Blahin Mackin gives it back to Lauren McConville. McConville, of course, from Crossmont Glen Club, daughter of the great Jim McConville. In possession of the football over there on the far side, gets it back again. She's had lots of touches in this game, it has to be said. Not a great ball on this occasion, and well picked up, and the free one for Monaghan and taken quickly. Not the best free in the world. Ball given away, and you don't want to give it away to this girl. That's Amy Mackin. Mackin 30 metres out, still Mackin, edge of the day, getting onto the trusty left foot, gets the shot away. Looks good from Amy Mackin, is good from Amy Mackin. You just cannot afford Niamh Kinlan to give the ball away cheaply to the likes of Amy Mackin, because she will punish.
She will punish, and I mean, as you know, we alluded, her first 2 shots went wide, which is uncharacteristic of her, but she certainly made up for them there now, and it's a really good score. And she pounced on a sort of a badly taken free by, I think it's Kerry Nolan. That's the other substitute that's in there, Kerry Nolan, that's obviously come in instead of Jennifer Duffy at full back. But she did really well, got a hand in to turn the ball over, and then a free just went straight to Amy Mackin. So
good defensive play on that occasion over on the far side there by Clodagh McCambridge. She watched where the danger was emanating from, and then got the hand in and blocked the ball and put it out over the end line, or the sideline I should say. But Monaghan take the sideline ball quickly back into the hands of Rosie Courtney. Courtney, again one of the famous Courtney sisters. You have Cora and Sharon and Rosie and Fiona and Joanne, all brilliant players. Niamh, you would know them all, as the ball is fed forward there to Lauren Gartland. Gartland gets it inside, tries to chip the ball over this side, a little bit more width this time, and they're dragging this Monaghan or Armagh defence out a bit, and it's Maureen Atkinson, the captain of the side, still going. Atkinson looks up, tries the shot with the left foot. Not the best ball on the board, but might work out, because Casey Traynor is following that one through. But 4 of my girls close her down, but Traynor does really well. Does she need help? She does, but the referee is the one that gives her the help, because she was fouled in there, and the referee, Siobhan Coyle, awards the free. But that was good play by Casey Traynor. She was persistent.
It was really, she did really well to get something out of that, Ger, because I think it was more a shot from Muireann Atkinson with her left foot. It kind of screwed off her foot, went to the far side. Casey had 3 defenders around her, did really well to win the free, and now it's another opportunity for Monaghan.
Yeah, and Jodie McQuillan, she's the girl, was accurate with the frees, as Niamh has alluded to, and she's had 2 pops at the post so far, and she has a 100% record because that ball goes over the bar for her second point, and more importantly Monaghan's second point. Game all level, we played 13 and a half minutes. Monaghan will be pleased.
Yeah, definitely will. You know, so far so good. I mean, it's as we said, it's a game that it's going to be a playing event, a very experienced Armagh side, but you know they'll step up to it.
Lauren McConville coming through, an opportunity now for a goal from McConville. Brilliant save in there, but McConville's still there again. The ball is on the ground. Keeper goes for it again. Brilliant from the goalkeeper, Orna Kelly. Does really, really well on 2 occasions. Hard to believe that this girl's only 16 years of age, and much credit to her for a double save on that occasion.
Yeah, and that's we've seen Orna Kelly do that so often at underage level with her club Carrick and Carrickmacross, and also with the county underage team. She won an Ulster title last year with under 16s. A really good and up and coming player, and you know she's taken her opportunities so really with 2 hands this year. She got her senior debut against Cavan and has held her position for these 3 matches.
Well, she done really well with 2 hands and 2 legs and all parts of her body there to somehow prevent Lauren McConville from goal, and she done really, really well and keeps her side very much in this game. 2 points apiece. We're approaching the midway point of this first half. Beautiful conditions here in St Cernoc's Park. Sun shining brightly, weak winter sunshine as the ball is fed for. Good ball inside, picked up on this occasion now by the aforementioned Jane Drury. Drury still going from the St Bridget's club, but Drury is pulled back. And that was a brilliant ball inside by Atkinson. She spotted the run of Drury. Drury out in front, took on her player and won herself a free.
Yeah, and I think if Monaghan can really see that that's something that's working, the fast ball in, it's not giving Armagh a chance to go back. Jane Drury made a really good run, and you know, first time ball from Muireann Atkinson. Jane did really well to win it, and as you said, win her free now, and another opportunity for Jodie McQuillan.
Jodie McQuillan, the umpires look closely at this one, but this one has gone to the right hand side and gone wide. She just was a little bit casual as she stepped up to that free, I felt.
Yeah, she looked like we're just on the water break now. She looked like she was a wee bit casual kicking up to it. I suppose, you know, when you get 2 from 2, you maybe can take your eye off it a little bit, and you know, I suppose as we said, she's been so brilliant in the frees all year, Jodie, so far. You know, it's I suppose we let her slip up on one occasion.
So water break, 15 minutes played. We'll hit the stopwatch on here in front of me, and we'll reflect on those opening 15 minutes. Niamh, Carly O'Hanlon and Amy Mackin with 2 points for the Armagh girls. A brilliant save, of course, from Orna Kelly there to deny Lauren McConville. But Monaghan have stuck with this Armagh side. They've kicked 2 points from frees from Jodie McQuillan, and their manager Kieran Kearns will be pleased, I would think, with this opening 15 minutes.
Yeah, he definitely will, and you know, I mean, so far, I mean, I suppose the Monaghan have had 5 opportunities at goal, and they've scored 2 of them. You know, they'll be happy. Some of the defending, the turning over in possession to Armagh's attack was really good. But I suppose the other worrying part is, you know, they're getting easy bottled up. They're just getting turnovers in their own attack too, and they'll want to work on that now and be, as we said earlier, be a bit more patient in their attack.
And I suppose it's getting that balance between, you know, keeping the defence tight and then having enough bodies up front when you do break out.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I mean, we're watching here just out down in front of us, Amy Garland is up and down this line like someone from the rugby players, I think.
Yeah.
You know, and she's up and down, and you know, we've seen her turn over ball in a row in the defence and trying to be up on the opposite side here. And at times she's here, you know, down in front of us in the attack, and maybe it's not spotted. The late run is not spotted.
You need huge levels of fitness to keep that going, Niamh. But
definitely so.
As a former half back and half forward, you know all about it.
God, the game has changed so much there since my days. You said like it's an awful lot of stamina and energy to keep going and keep that going. But I suppose as a management team will look at it, and suppose across the board in all management teams, you know, run the legs yourself for as long as you can, and there's always subs, and it's unlimited subs in the league, so there's opportunities to play all your subs or all your players.
I see. A good effort there to catch the ball there from the aforementioned Garland as Armagh deployed what they call the bunch kick out there. They all went into the centre and then ran out to pick up possession and eventually get it here in the shape of Amy Mackin. Threads the ball inside, but Monaghan closed them down well. Caroline O'Hanlon in possession. Caroline won't be too flustered. still in possession, looks up, casually kicks it out here to her left to Tierna Grimes, the strength and conditioning coach from the Clonaireland club. Gives it back inside now to Blochy Mackin. Mackin, very tight this for Armagh, but they're still retaining possession with Tierna Grimes. Grimes 20 metres out, lays it back there now to Fionnuala McKinney from the Armagh Harps team, gives it over there to McConville. McConville back to McKinney. Now the play is spread out over the far side, little bit of space now to operate in, as this time is Catherine Marley coming forward, gives it to Mackin. Mackin gets her shot away, but again Mackin's shot has gone to the left hand side and gone wide, and I have to credit the Monaghan girls there. They never give up at any moment, and they were there right on the toe of Amy Mackin as she went to deliver that shot.
Yeah, she definitely wasn't getting any easy shot, and as I spoke earlier about Armagh as a defence, Monaghan had 12 players behind the ball there at that situation. Again, we're patient, didn't give away frees. Amy Mackin, like we've seen her on so many occasions, coming from the far corner, doing that sweep round, and unfortunately for her, her shot went wide again.
Well, that looked like a tug on the arm there, but it was the wrong side of the referee. But again, Monaghan turn over this attack, and again it's that hard working Lauren Garland in there that Amy Mackin got the shot away, but it was blocked down by Garland. The two Garland sisters, two twins, playing really, really well, just 21 years of age. And here comes Lauren Jones. Jones from Mahercloon gives it inside. Possession football now, the name of the day from Kiva Brennan. But Brennan is turned over, and back come Armagh here in the shape of Niamh Marley. Marley striding forward, ball over the top, could be on. Does the goalkeeper come? Left it a little bit late, but elected to come just at the right time and got out there ahead of Grania Boylan and clears her lines. Did Orna Kelly. Looked for a moment that she might have delayed that one too long, but confident in her work yet again. Spreads the play now over this near side of the field. This time it's picked up by Aoife Burns. Burns coming out with it in possession, gives it there to Courtney. Courtney delivers a long, good ball on this occasion. Brilliant take, gathered and kicked forward there. It was McQuillan, gives it inside now to Drury. Drury still going. Has Drury been fouled? She has, but that's wonderful football again. That long kick that you spoke about up there to McQuillan, who's playing in that two-man full forward line, and then forced the ball into Drury, and Drury won herself a free, and McQuillan lines up this free, should kick it over the bar to put the home side in front and lead by a point, 3-2, and that's a wonderful score.
Yeah, a great score again from really well worked score, and I think I have to compliment Casey Traynor. The ball was turned over in the middle of the field. Armagh had an attack. Casey Traynor ran about 30 yards to get a hand in to force the kick from Catherine Marley, which Orna Kelly brought out. And the attack started from there, and as you said, long ball into Jodie McQuillan. She did really well to win it first time into, and Jane Drury has lightning pace, and I mean if you can get enough ball into her, she can really skin that full back line. Kate
Toe coming forward now in possession for Armagh. They trail by a point. Amy Mackin in possession over on the far side of the field. 3 points to 2 in favour of the home side. Back inside it goes now to Blochy Mackin. Mackin puts down the burners, still coming forward, looks for it on the return, gets it on the return, still going Mackin, still going, powerful shot over the bar it goes. A wonderful response from the Armagh girls, and a wonderful point by Blochy Mackin. She is a star player. I know everybody talks about Amy, and rightly so, for her scoring power, but this girl Blochy Mackin is some unit.
Oh, she really is, and I mean, it was 2 years ago, I think, they played her at centre back, and it was a new position for her, but she's moving to midfield now, and she's really showing what she can do. She can power forward if she gets the ball on the run, and I mean that could have been an inch lower, could have been under the bar, and a super point from Blochy.
Yeah, wonderful score from Blochy. Referee.
So Orna Kelly delayed too long in kicking the ball out just there, and Siobhan Coyle elected for a free in now, so she's just given Amy Mackin another opportunity for Armagh to go ahead. Yeah, so 2 points in the space of a minute means that Armagh have turned that 1 point deficit into a 1 point lead here in St Chernock's Park in Clones in this crucial match in Division 2, and the ball is in the hands now again of Catherine Marley. Marley gives it to Caroline O'Hanlon onto the trusty left foot, gets her shot away, but on this occasion it goes to the right hand side and goes wide, fourth wide of the game for Armagh. I suppose a little bit of rustiness for Caroline O'Hanlon, but I think we can probably forgive her for that. I think we can, all right. But again, I suppose the kick out there from Orna just didn't go, and again it's the third kick in a row, just haven't gone to a Monaghan jersey, and I mean it's putting the pressure back on Monaghan for this.
And Fionnuala McKenna drops it in, but again wasteful by McKenna. This time it's gone to the left hand side and gone wide, but it's as you have alluded to, there's a very, very serious high press being put on by Armagh.
Yeah,
and
it
here's
really
another
has.
kick out.
There's three in a row there, Gerald, that have really gone to Armagh jerseys, and I mean, I think they'll be disappointed if they don't get a score at the end of this.
Catherine Marley dropped it in, but Orna Kelly done well again. Kelly cleared her lines. Pressure being applied at this point of the game. Severe pressure by Armagh, but Monaghan have cleared their lines, and it's in the hands down below us there of the centre half forward and captain of the side. That's Maureen Atkinson. Gives it to Rosie Courtney. Courtney gives it to Garland. That's Amy, of course. Amy coming out with pressure, serious pressure all over the pitch by Armagh at this stage. And well, it was Trainer who done well there, won the free for her side, and a little bit of breathing space, but you can see Armagh just up on the ante every second of this game.
Yeah, you can see since the water break that really they have up the ante. I'm sure Ronan give them a bit of a schooling there at the water break, and you can see that they're playing with much more intent now and putting, as you said, much more bodies, and they're really putting pressure on the ball in every position.
Yeah, and too much pressure on that occasion by Laura McConville, which results in a free for Monaghan, and this will play into Monaghan's hands. There's the two number 6s, Rosie Courtney and Lauren McConville, clashing there. Courtney going to the ground, but it'll play into Monaghan's hands because this will just take the sting out of things for a few moments, allow them to clear their heads and settle things down as the ball is kicked in quickly again by Atkinson. Inside, one again, good movement. Picked up by Drury, that pace that you alluded to, back to Atkinson, back inside it goes now. Opportunity still for Lauren Jones. Jones lays it out one more time. Monaghan patient as they need to be because Armagh have 13 players behind, or 12 players behind the ball at this stage. Ball fed across now towards Rosie Courtney. Courtney 45 metres out, fists it forward. A little bit more width on this occasion. Back inside it comes now by Atkinson. Good crossfield ball picked up on this occasion by the cornerback Maeve Monaghan. Monaghan lays it back there, not the best ball in the world to McQuillan. McQuillan, however, retrieves the situation, gives it out to Abby McCary. McCary back inside it goes again to McQuillan. Jodie McQuillan from the Castleblaney Foz team in possession over on the far side of the field now. Monaghan stretching the play in the hands of Casey Trainer. Trainer does well, slips it inside. Armagh foraging in numbers, but Monaghan working this opportunity really well. If they can result in a score, it's gone to the left hand side from Maureen Atkinson, but it just shows you that there is maturity in this Monaghan team because they played that one really well and got it to Atkinson, who was in a decent place for a shot.
Yeah, she was certainly, and it was very patient there by Monaghan. They had to be patient because, as you said, the Armagh players have plenty of bodies back, so they had to be patient, and they moved the ball from left to right and got it into the scoring position, and unfortunately Murren's shot effort went wide. And again, Siobhan Coyle has been very strong on the fact that the goalkeeper's taking any length of time kicking the ball out, and now it's an opportunity for Jodie McQuillan to get another free on the 20-metre line.
Well, she's certainly been consistent on that. We'll say that about Siobhan. She's elected to penalise the Armagh goalkeeper. She penalised the Monaghan keeper earlier, and this will result in a levelling score. I would think this will be the fourth score of the game for Jodie McQuillan, and it'll be Monaghan's fourth point. All points from dead ball kicks. Does that worry you slightly?
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, it is. You can look at it and you can compliment Armagh that they're not giving, they're putting pressure on Monaghan's kick, putting plenty of pressure on their shots that they've taken so far. They've kicked 5 wides in the match, or four or 5 wides so far. But yeah, I suppose it did also alluded to that Jodie McQuillan is very good in the frees, and I mean, if Armagh continue to put pressure on and give away frees, that she will score them all day. Unfortunately, there was a wide from her there now. So
yeah, Jodie McQuillan there in a good place again. Was a good move. There's plenty of energy in this Monaghan team that fed the ball into McQuillan on that occasion, but McQuillan's shot went to the left hand side and went wide. 4 points apiece here. Sun just dips in behind the clouds for a few moments here in St Turnouck's Park as that short kick out goes into the hands of Shauna Gray. Gray gets it out to the wonderful Grace Ferguson. What a player she is, the Ballyhagan girl. Oh, that's a heavy clash there on that occasion, and referee Siobhan Coyle, a silence descends on St Turnouck's Park as the two girls went across each other there, Niamh.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see who the Monaghan player. I think it's Jane Drury.
Yeah, number 30.
Yeah, so Niamh Marley just did really well, won the ball in sort of in a tight area, and she was coming across, and Jane was coming from the other direction. I don't think there was any necessarily malice in it, but it did look
just didn't see each other. And
no, it's just exactly, just clashed into each other. So we hope both players are okay.
Well, it looks like Marley, for one, is starting to get back on well, to sit up at least. However, Drury looks to be in a bit of bother. It looks like a shoulder problem that she has. Thankfully, not a head injury. Lying prostrate on the ground there. But I think okay, she will have maybe a shoulder injury, but nothing overly serious by the looks of things, Niamh.
And it's good to see she's
Yeah,
sitting
because
up
it was
now
a
too,
worrying
Ger.
clash, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was, and as you said, that it silenced the crowd. You could hear the crowd. So it's good to see. There's Niamh is up now. Niamh Marley's up, and Jane is sitting up. So yeah, we hope both players. It's nothing. It's definitely you want to see any injuries in matches, and especially at this stage of the year. It's a kind of a worrying time for management. If anyone picks up an injury now, they could be gone for the championship, but especially anything serious. So.
Yeah, well, a referee will give both players plenty of time, sufficient time to get treatment that they need, and thankfully both players are back on their feet. Jane Drury from the St Bridget's Club and Niamh Marley from the famous Lisumman Club. As coming forward with it now on this occasion is Shauna Gray for the Armagh ladies. Crossfield ball over here. Tierna Grimes was looking for it, but leaves it there to the hard-working Fionnuala McKenna, of course, captain of the Armagh Harp side. Scored a point against Tyrone a few weeks ago. Gives it inside now to Mackin. Is it back to McConville? McConville now back. It goes there to Blochy Mackin. Mackin on this occasion drops it in short. Picked up on this occasion by Kiva Brennan. Brennan feeds the ball out there to Casey Traynor. Traynor from the Scottstown club. Teacher by trade. Gives it over there now to Abby McCarry. McCarry over the far side of the field it goes. Back over, it comes back towards Casey Traynor. 65 metres out from goal. Gives a good punt pass inside there. Picked up eventually by Amy Garland. Garland in possession. Armagh with everybody bar two players behind the ball. Back it comes to the hard working Jodie McQuillan. 4 points to her name already, all from frees. Patient build up again, ball threaded inside there, but that's asking an awful lot there of Jane Drury to come out in front and win that ball, because Armagh have plenty of numbers here. And speaking of numbers, here comes Caroline O'Hanlon soloing the ball out the field, looking up to see the movement. Monaghan getting plenty of players behind the ball. Good ball into space. That looks like a foul on that occasion there on Grania Boylan from the Kalevi club by it was Kerry Nolan who was penalised on that occasion, but it's good ball down, good movement from our man, resulting in the free.
Yeah, and I suppose both teams, can see that if they move the ball, I suppose the ball is faster than anyone carrying it. And on both occasions, both teams are getting players back. You could see Monaghan all starting to filter back, but the first time ball in, gives an opportunity for. And I mean, there's a free. Granny Boylan was fouled. But where the opposite side, Monaghan give a ball into a crowd of players, was 2v1, and I mean it was a lot for Jane Drury to try and win a ball.
Oh, McKenna's kick isn't a good one again. Right, as soon as she hit that ball, you knew it was going to the right hand side and going wide. 6 wides. It's very low scoring. Need 4 points apiece.
Very low scoring, and you would expect it. Like these two teams met last year in the championship and in a few occasions last year, and there was I think I can't just remember. I have it here somewhere. The score they scored 2-11 to 1-13 when these two Monaghan won it by a point last year. These two teams met at this stage. They met in the championship. Armagh scored 4-17 to 1-12. So we've been in the past we've had these two teams meet where there's been big scoring.
Yeah, and conditions are ideal for football. I was out on the ground earlier, and it's in brilliant condition and good bounce on the ball and nice sunshine out there most of the time. A little cool where we are, but we'll not complain about that, as the entertainment out in front of it is interesting between these two great Ulster sides, Monaghan and Armagh, as the ball is threaded cross field there, picked up on this occasion eventually by Maeve Monaghan. Monaghan stealing forward, gives it back now to Kiva Brennan. Brennan fists the ball backwards, it goes. Held on this occasion by Abby McCarry from Scottstown, as the referee calls for the ball. Half time. Well, that half flew in pretty quickly, it has to say, since the water break. It doesn't seem like we played 15 minutes, but evidently we've only had two scores each before the water break and 2 scores each after the water break. So very first half, Niamh Kinlan.
Yeah, as you said, Ger, very low scoring. I suppose the two teams are playing quite defensive. We've seen it. I just literally just before Siobhan Kyle blew the whistle, I was just pointing out to you that there wasn't Baron Orna Kelly, there wasn't another player of either side inside the midfield position that's just in that last passage of play. So both teams are playing very defensive. I suppose it's going to be the team now who can sort of break down that defensive barrier. Maybe, as we've said, moving the ball fast into the inside lines before the teams get a chance to filter back seems to have worked on both. Okay, both sides seem to that has worked for them. And I suppose it's the team that does that, really notices that and start doing that more so in the second half.
Monaghan would have come into this game as significant underdogs, it has to be said. But they will go into that dressing room at half-time with huge belief that they have really well matched this much vaunted Armagh side.
Yeah, and I mean, even looking at the match-up, I think so far Amy Garland has done a really good job on, Lauren Garland has done a really good job on Amy Macken. She's on her, as you said there, they're putting real pressure on her kicks. And she's not really the free-flowing player we've seen in the past, so they'll be very happy with that. Caroline O'Hanlon, obviously it's her first start and she might seem a bit rusty, but Aoife Burns, a young player, is coming up, and even just there in that last attack, Aoife Burns is getting up involved and putting maybe Caroline, who's meant to be playing full forward, on the back foot. So yeah, in the one-on-one positions I think Monaghan will be really, really happy, but they'd like to get more, five wides in the match. Armagh will be disappointed with 6 wides, but 5 wides in the match, they'll be disappointed with that and trying to get a few more scores on the board.
Well, that's the voice of Niamh Kinlan here with us in St. Chinnock's Park in Clones for this Lidl National Football League Division 2B encounter between Monaghan and Armagh. So at half-time, Siobhan Coyle from Donegal blew her half-time whistle. The scoreboard reads Monaghan have 4 points and Armagh have 4 points. Don't go too far away. We'll be right back with full second half coverage. Welcome back here to St. Chernix Park in Clones. The sunshine out again as the Monaghan, the last of the Monaghan players, that's Abby McCarry, makes her way onto the field of play for this second half in this Lidl National Football League Division 2B encounter between Monaghan and Armagh. And we're talking at half time. Niamh Kinlan, of course, I'm joined here in the comedy box by Niamh. Niamh, we're talking about half time about the score in the other game between Tyrone and Cavan and the impact it'll have on this game. And I'll bring you in on that in 1 wee minute as Caroline O'Hanlon goes forward for the Orchard girls at the start of this half, and Amy Mackin loses possession and Monaghan win a free, and a good time to bring you in on the impact of the score we're hearing from Breffni Park at half time.
Yeah, that's right, Ger. We were just looking at the moment. It's at 1-7 to 1-6 in favour of Tyrone at half time, and it's been a close enough match so far. So obviously, depending on this, that game will depend on this. Or sorry, the results of that game will sort of depend a wee bit on this one. If Tyrone win it, they'll have to win by more than 10 points. If Cavan win it, it means these two teams here, Monaghan definitely go through then.
But if Monaghan win today here or draw, they will guarantee themselves a place in the semi-final no matter what happens in Breffni Park. So we'll follow the action here in Clones in the sunshine. It's 4 points apiece at the start of this second half. All to play for here. Armagh, of course, 2 wins from 2 in their games so far, courtesy of a big victory over Tyrone, 5-9 to 110, and then a comfortable victory over Cavan as well, 2-13 to 10 points. They are the form team coming into this game. However, it's the girls from Monaghan that are giving them plenty to think about in this encounter as the Armagh girls come forward to get a good ball inside, but well watched and well defended on this occasion, and the ball cleared now into the hands of Emma Clerkin, the Monaghan Harps player. First year involved in the side, gives it back inside to Rosie Courtney. Courtney handled an awful lot of ball in the first half, over to Abby McCarry. McCarry back inside now to the captain, that's Maureen Atkinson. Atkinson gives it over there to Aoife Burns. Burns from the Donamoyne club, the famous Donamoyne club, of course, Ulster champions this year after beating Breda in the final after a replay. Coming forward with it there is Catherine Marley, but Marley drops the ball and the tackles go in, but the tackles are illegal, particularly the one there from Kiva Brennan, and the referee awards the free to Armagh, and the ball is in the hands of Amy Mackin. Mackin threads the ball in. Will it bounce? The keeper watches it and controls it. That's Orna Kelly, and Amy Mackin, she is an all-star and a brilliant player, but she's not having a great day today.
No, she's certainly not, Ger. As we said on several occasions, it's very uncharacteristic of what some of the things she's done. That shot, like, it's, has always had a really brilliant kick of the ball. She's about 20 metres out, and I think the wind seems to have picked up a little bit since the second half, or since half time, and she had the wind with her and it dropped short, bounced short into Orna Kelly's hands. Yeah,
she's had a few of those today, and she's hit I think 3 or 4 wides. We talked about at half time in the game so far, but again Monaghan give the ball away. Armagh turn it over, the ball in the hands now of Laura McConville. McConville through the hands, it goes into the hands now of Caroline O'Hanlon. Left footed ball threaded forward, but Monaghan have plenty of players back there. Well read, one went up, one stayed down. Ball picked up on this occasion now by Kerry Nolan. Nolan gives it away, however, and the ball comes back into the hands there of Blahin Mackin. Mackin now to Caroline O'Hanlon. O'Hanlon into space. That space is filled on this occasion by Amy Mackin. Mackin thought about the shot, but again well defended on this occasion. She's certainly having a tough afternoon with Lauren Garland, as the ball is in the hands now of Marley. Marley going forward, and Marley clips it over the bar. Catherine Marley with her first score of the game puts Armagh back in front, 5 points to 4. Good score from Catherine Marley.
Yeah, good score, and Siobhan Coyle had her hand up. The referee had her hand up for advantage, and it was a very good call. She didn't blow the whistle, she just kept her hand up for the advantage. Catherine Marley continued on, and a really good score from close range.
Yeah, and credit to our referee this afternoon, Siobhan Coyle. She's handled the game really well. It's been a clean sporting encounter, both teams tackling hard and foraging hard for the football, but our referee keeping a good control on it and coming out now. That looks like a free, a tug on the hand there of the corner back. That's Maeve Monaghan, and the free will go the way of the Farney girls, and it'll be left there to Rosie Courtney, the 23-year-old. The only Courtney girl left on the Armagh or the Monaghan panel. Not a good ball on this occasion by Rosie Courtney, Ball picked up on that occasion there by Tierna Grimes, and Armagh come again there in the shape of Niamh Marley. Marley, good ball forward, but Monaghan rear guard really, really good. Amy Mackin out in front this time, gets it, still Mackin going, a little bit more purpose from Mackin, gets the shot away, but the referee's hand goes up, and the referee indicates that that's a foul on Amy Mackin. But you have to credit Lauren Garland. The work and the effort that she is putting in to track Amy Mackin is incredible.
Yeah, she really is, Lauren. She's a thorn in Amy's side today. You know, she's been like on her in her pocket the whole time, like as in that's how close to her she's been. She hasn't given Amy any room. You know, even that wee dummy solo that we've seen Amy do so often. You know, she was still got a hand in. Okay, an illegal hand, and you know it's a free in now for Amy Mackin.
Yeah, and I see Emer Trainer coming on to the field of play, and she replaces Maeve Monaghan. Maeve can be pleased with her efforts this afternoon. She's given everything out there, and coming on is Emer Trainer, the 20-year-old DKIT student from the Donamoyne club, another young player. The four of the 6 defenders played in that All-Ireland minor team of 2019. They were beaten the final by Cork.
That's right, Jerry. Yeah, and we've, you know, that's it was a great achievement that year for Monaghan to get all the way to an All-Ireland All-Ireland final, and unfortunately to lose out to Cork. And you know, those girls, the Garlands and Emer and that, and have really stepped up to the mark and have you know, embedded themselves into the senior team.
Yeah, I think there's 6 players starting today that were on that team back in 2019. So great credit to those girls for the work that they've put in to get themselves to senior football so quickly, and credit to the management team of Kieran Kern, Shane Rice, and down below us for, you know, putting such faith in young players. Yeah,
that's the thing, and you know, I've speaking to you off air, Gerard, that it's so important. I mean, the league, and I think it's in over 10 years in the LGFA, that's unlimited subs in the league, and it's a great opportunity for management, especially new management, to use players and the blood players. And I mean, I really compliment Kieran and his management team this year. Have really blooded a load of new young players. Sometimes, in some cases, has been forced because of the transition we're going through, but they really blooded them in and have done really well.
Well, that resulting free there from for the foul on Amy Mackin is taken by Fionnuala McKenna, and McKenna pops it over the bar to mean that the opening 2 scores of this second half have came from the Armagh girls. The lead 6 points to 4.
Yeah, and I suppose that's been the pressure now is on Monaghan. I suppose the last 2 scores, as you said, have come from Armagh, and the pressure seems to be on Monaghan to try and get the ball into the other half.
Yeah, they haven't really penetrated this Armagh team in this second half. And again, another turnover. Caroline O'Hanlon, sweet ball inside to McKenna. McKenna in space, onto the trusty right foot, gets the shot away. Excellent score from Fionnuala McKenna. Armagh putting down a marker early in this half. It was that turnover forced by Caroline O'Hanlon. She looked up, used all her experience and used all her class to thread a wonderful ball through to McKenna, and McKenna pops it over the bar with her trusty right foot. Fine score.
Yeah, and Armagh can smell blood now, because they're really getting on top of these kickouts. And here's another attack.
Opportunity of a goal. Caroline O'Hanlon inside, threads it back outside. Opportunity still prevails for Amy Mackin, but good defensive play. McKenna hasn't given up on it. McKenna gathers possession, needs to thread it back out. Out it comes. Opportunity still presents itself there for Blaughy Mackin. Mackin going through, but Mackin's fouled, and the free will go the way of the Armagh girls. I cut across Sinead, but there must have been a rocketing in that Armagh dressing room at half time.
Yeah, there really was, and you know, Monaghan's really struggling to get the ball out of their own attack. Like two kickouts there in a row have gone to Armagh players, and I mean, you know, that was another goal opportunity that thankfully, you know, with a bit of I suppose a couple of handling errors actually, and a wee bit of pressure, it's out, and it's resulted in another free in for Fionnuala McKenna.
Yeah, McKenna's kicked 2 points in a row. This could be her 3rd in a row, and this will put 4 between the sides. It'll mean that it's double scores here in St. Cernach's Park in Clones. We played 8 minutes in the second half. 4 quick fire points from the girls from the Orchard County mean that, and 3 of them coming from Fionnuala McKenna, mean that they have put down a marker early in this second half, that they mean business, and the lead now double scores 8-4. This time Monaghan are able to get their kick out away, much to the relief of the Monaghan management down below us, and now the ball is in the hands of Muireann Atkinson. Atkinson threads the ball forward. Well, a defender's ball on most occasions. The goalkeeper comes out and deals with it, gets it back now to Grace Ferguson. A niece, of course, of the great Paul McGrain, gives the ball out over the far side of the field, picked up on this occasion by Niamh Coleman from Clonairin. The Clonairin girl solos the ball, looks up, sees what is available, gives it inside there to Niamh Marley. Marley spreads the play, intelligent ball out here this near side of the field, the Jerry Arthur side, to Catherine Marley. Marley gives it to O'Hanlon. O'Hanlon slips, goes to ground, gathers possession, looks up, gives it across with the left foot, gives it back inside to Niamh Marley. Marley to Mackin. Mackin gets a shot away. That's a wonderful score from Blahy Mackin. I've been singing her praises all day. That's her second point of the game. She is a wonderful footballer.
Oh, she really is, Ger. You know what I mean? We've seen that brilliant point she scored in the first half, and like, you know, the way she's such a brilliant way of striking the ball with her right foot. She kicked really straight through that ball, and it was a super score. And again, you know, it's a sort of a lot of mistakes Monaghan's making. You know, they had the ball in their own possession there, and you know, simple little errors, you know, giving the ball away. And I mean, as you said, Armagh's going to capitalise that, and they have done, and got the last 5 scores since half time.
Yeah, I see Jennifer Duffy coming onto the field of play, and she is replacing Kiva Brennan. Is it that's coming off down below us, or is it Kerry Nolan? I believe it is. Yeah, Kerry Nolan is off, and Jennifer Duffy, who will wear number 3, Duffy from the O'Neill Shamrocks Club, a student at DCU, of course, who are in the semi-final of the O'Connor Cup, a star-studded team of DCU that Jennifer plays for. Another young player, 21 years of age.
Yeah, she's another one of those players, Jared, that we talked about, that was in part of that minor team in 2019. So another one of those bright future young stars that have a bright future ahead of them.
Well, referee Siobhan Coyle wants to hold up play as there's an injury and a substitution, and the free will be taken again. The Monaghan girl coming onto the field of play had her bib still on her, so now she's realised. I'll let you help me with the pronunciation of number 29.
Uneen.
That's a new one on me. Uneen Connolly from the Scottstown club. I was doing my homework this morning on this one, Niamh, and I was hoping that Uneen wouldn't be coming on, but I'm glad you're here with me.
Yeah,
keep me right in that one. So also coming off the field of play for Armagh is Niamh Coleman. Hard working players. Niamh Coleman put in a good shift today. Haven't seen who came on, but we'll pick that up in a moment. On the Armagh side, we'll follow the play, and the play is in the hands of Amy Garland. Monaghan looking for a score in the second half, yet to trouble the scoreboard as the ball goes to ground over on the far side of the field. Back it comes to Garland in possession. Run inside there. In fact, it's Courtney that's in possession of the football. Gets it back to Amy Garland. Armagh with 13 players behind the ball. Gives it to Atkinson. Atkinson now over towards Casey Traynor. Armagh pushing out, very disciplined. Still Traynor does well. Gets it back there to Emma Clerkin. Referee put up the hand. But that line, you know, there's an experience about this Armagh side. You can see it each time you come to play. They will not be broke down going through the centre.
No, definitely not. They seem to really, you know, crowd out the arc there, Ger, and you know, they don't let they want to not concede goals. They've only conceded 1 goal in this year's league so far, and they won't want to concede anymore, or they won't want to concede, and that's something they've obviously worked on. You know, I think Monaghan's attack is a little bit slow and lethargic. We talked in the first half about the opportunity of kicking the ball fast and forward into Jane Drury, into Jodie McQuillan. It's had its opportunities, or it was good for them, but it's a wee bit slow and lethargic, and it's meaning it's easier for Armagh to defend against.
Yeah, well, this is the problem. You get caught when you're going defensive. It's trying to get players up the field, and on this occasion now the kick out has been poor. Comes into McQuillan. Is this a goal chance? Haven't scored a goal all year. Ball in. Anna Carr. What a save by Anna Carr. Still the opportunity presents itself. Referee looks at that one very, very closely, but no, it's referee allows play to continue. But that was a brilliant save from Anna Carr, just as Orna Kelly done in the first half. A wonderful save, and them same goals by Anna Carr.
A really good save, you know, a bit of a mistake on the kick out. Monaghan tried to capitalise on it. A good pass to play, or movement and passing between Jodie McQuillan and Jane Drury. And Jane Drury had the final shot, and as you said, a super save from Anna Carr.
Brilliant save from Carr, as we come to expect from him. Monaghan haven't scored a goal in this league campaign as yet. Hit 10 points against Cavan, and hit 9 against Cavan, I believe. So still looking for that opening goal as I watch Catherine Marley coming forward. Good move by Marley, gives it forward there, looking for Grania Boylan. Boylan is closed down. As we note, Megan McCann is the player who came onto the field to play there, wearing number 22. McCann coming in there for Niamh Coleman as the referee awards the free. Another substitution on the Monaghan side. Plenty of subs being introduced as we come close to the water break in this second half. Jane Duffy from the Latin Club coming on, and she will replace the corner forward down there. That's Emma Clarkin making her way off. So Clarkin replaced by Jane Duffy.
24 Jane Duffy
free
replaces number
for
15 Emma Clarkin.
Armagh, and the free for Amy Mackin. Mackin with 2 points today. Kicks it short, gives it back there to Kate Toe. Toe back to Mackin. Mackin will try to get onto the left foot. Does well, cuts inside, outside of the left. But again, it's gone to the left-hand side and gone wide. I know you're registering the wides, and I think you might have a note of how many Amy Mackin has hit. I think 5.
Yeah, I think we're on 5, Darren. Yeah, or Jarrah, sorry. Yeah, it definitely is. And I mean, you know, we've seen that little dummy hop, and she, you know, it's so class to watch. Like, and you know, the way she kicks the ball outside her foot. But just today, the boots haven't been on. You know, just I suppose it just hasn't been working out for her. And that one is another one of her wides.
Yeah, did you ever have days like that?
Many of them.
Well, here come Armagh again. They still lead 9-4. Ball fed inside. Back it goes to Mackin. This could be a score for Mackin. There you are. You talk about her. She just pops up and shows that the class is permanent. Yeah, and that's a wonderful score.
Commentators curse there, Jerry. Yeah, definitely so. And I mean, that's more like what we see, Amy. And we're just on the water break now. But yeah, I suppose it's. You know, yeah, we'll have to bring it back to compliment the Monaghan defence at times. They are putting a lot of pressure on some of Amy's kicks, and you know, so that's resulting in her wides. But at the same time, you know, when she gets an inch of space is all she needs to pop them ones over.
Yeah. So look at water break, as you've said, Niamh, and really it has been a quarter that's been dominated by Armagh. They've hit 6 points without reply. Catherine Marley, 3 from Fionnuala McKenna, and 1 from the 2 Mackin sisters, Blochin and Amy. Means it's 10 points to 4, and it means it's a very stiff and uphill task now for the girls from Monaghan.
Yeah, it really is. I suppose in that 15 minutes, Jarrah, the only really scoring opportunity Monaghan had was that goal chance we had just there on the 10th minute or 11th minute of the first quarter. So, you know, that's I suppose disappointing. We haven't Monaghan haven't got the ball down past midfield much. They've done some really good defending, but then made some mistakes in giving the ball away. But credit to Armagh, you know, they would have been disappointed with the first half. They only get 4 points, and they've certainly shown that when they put the pressure on that kick out and they had that purple patch and they got a couple of points straight in a row, they've shown that, and it's showing on the scoreline too.
Yeah, I never thought I'd see the day when a Monaghan girl would be supporting Cavan, but I think that might be the case today for a lot of Monaghan girls, because they'll be relying on Cavan to beat Tyrone. And I suppose the good news is that with 15 minutes gone in the second half, Cavan lead by a point, 110 to 1-9. So all eyes will be focused on that game to see can Cavan hold on and win the game, and hence that means Monaghan qualify for a semi-final.
Yeah, you're right there in that, Ger. Obviously, being neighbours, Cavan and Monaghan would have plenty of rivalries in men and ladies football. So yeah, certainly that. But you know, I suppose you know, that's what we're looking at that game. You know, obviously Monaghan would be hoping to get the win here today and get through on their own merit, but Cavan can do us a favour as well.
Yeah, that ball fed in there, goes to the right hand side or the left hand side as we look out, and another wide for the Armagh girls. They're certainly totting them up. It'll be something that their manager Ronan Murphy will be looking to address in a semi-final. Of course, they will play Laois or Kerry, who played today, and whoever wins that will top the group, and Armagh look like they'll top the group on this side, and then Armagh will play the second place team. Will that be Armagh or Kerry, or sorry, Laois or Kerry, as Drury comes forward again for Monaghan, looking for the first goal of the second half. The referee Siobhan Coyle has her hand up, so that indicates that is free for Monaghan and Jodie McQuillan. McQuillan has kicked 4 in the game so far, has kicked a couple of one wide and one wide from play. This should be a simple opportunity for the Castleblaney Foss girl, and she duly obliges by popping that one over the bar. First score of the second half, and it's important here for this Monaghan team that they don't throw in the towel.
No, definitely so. I mean, that's the 19 minutes in the second half, and that is the first score. Which is probably a wee bit disappointing, but yeah, it's about keeping the pressure on. They made a couple of changes there, Monaghan, and you know, those girls to try and make their mark on the team and look towards maybe getting a place in the semi-final.
Jane Drury in possession, gives it back to Courtney back to Drury feeds it inside. Another opportunity now for Shannon Tracy on the field of play, or was it Atkinson? We'll come back to that one in a moment as the ball is in the hands there of the hard working Amy Garland. Garland switches the play. Still with Courtney now. Courtney tries to penetrate. Armagh push back to the 35-metre line. Back inside it comes to Lauren Jones. Jones lays it back to Courtney. Courtney this time elects to deliver it long, looking for Jodie McQuillan. McQuillan gets her hands on it, but Amy Carr is out there and gathers up the scraps and clears her lines. And Carr's an excellent keeper, experienced keeper, Niamh.
Yeah, and like for any keeper, I suppose, you know, the experience is so important. And I mean, you know, she knew there to come off her line, very quick to come off her line. We've seen on a few occasions today. She's, you know, her kickouts have been good, and she's been quick to come off the line, and she had a great save there just before the water break as well.
Megan McCann in possession of the football for the Armagh girls. Megan from the Clan Éireann club gives it inside, ball fed into space. Great run from Amy Mackin. Little bit of space now. She got away from Lauren Gartland. This time kicks with the right foot, but I think it's gone to the right, or has it? No. Yeah, it's gone to the right and gone wide. Another wide for Armagh. I make that 10 wides.
10 wides,
yeah,
it's just,
10 wides,
yeah, that too, Ger, yeah. And I mean, as you said, it's you know, Ronan will definitely not be happy, and the management team won't be happy with that, you know, to create that many chances and not get some. And I mean, there've been wides, if you can say bad wides, you know, I mean, there've been wides that maybe, you know, you would have put your house on them scoring.
Yeah, strong run there from Tierna Graham. She's seen where the ball was going to be kicked and sprinted really hard to make it hers, and gets a free for her side. Ball popped inside now to McConville. McConville deserves a score for her efforts today and gets a score as she normally does. She normally pops up, and when she's in front of the post, as I said, a forward converted to centre half back this year, and she popped up, or last year, and pops up with a wonderful score again. She's a class act.
She really is, you know. I mean, she's a great defender as well, Ger. As you said, she, you know, she transferred into the defence, but has done a really good job in that. And I mean, she's popped up. We saw she was the one that had the goal chance in the first half with Orna Kelly's save. So, you know, she loves to get forward, and you know, she's that obviously mindset as well as being a former forward.
Well, Kieran's the Monaghan manager, certainly ringing the changes. I see Jodie McQuillan, the free taker, coming off there. We'll identify who come on in a moment.
Chloe McBride.
Chloe McBride is on the field of play, where number 14 was due to start, but I was informed prior to the game that she had a slight injury and didn't want to start her, but she's fit enough to come on. Chloe McBride from the Ayr Road Club. As we get another update, and it's more good news from Breffni Park. It's a goal for Cavan. It's 2 goals and 10 to 1 goal and 9, so that means that it's looking good for Monaghan. They mightn't know it out here at the moment, but it's looking good for a semi-final spot for them against either Laois or Kerry as they come forward again looking for a score. They trail this game by 6 points, 11 points to 5. The ball now in the hands of Amy Garland. Garland pops it forward there, going into the space as Trainer, Casey Trainer, still going, looks like a free on Trainer, and she works hard.
She really does, Ger. You know, she gets up and down the field so often. We talked about Amy Garland in the first half, up and down in front, but Casey has covered so much ground in today, and she's a brilliant player to win a ball, win her own ball, and then actually win a free. You know, she gets into those positions and is well able to draw the free, which is great for Monaghan when you have players that can kick the ball over the bar, hopefully.
Yeah, Jane Drury takes over the free taking duties, and Jane Drury kicked that one with some aplomb, it has to be said. Niamh Kinlan, that one goes over the bar, and that's a fine score, because that was an awkward angle and it was our first free of the day.
Yeah, it was, and I mean, as you said, Jodie was replaced. Jodie McQuillan went off, the free taker, Monaghan free taker went off, and you know, Jane Drury duly stepped up, and it was a great score.
Yeah, great kick out there from Anna Carr. Just popped it straight in the hands of the ever grateful Grace Ferguson, and gets this Armagh juggernaut moving again. 11 points to 6, 5 points between the sides. We played 21 minutes in this second half as the ball is fed forward to McConville. Late challenge there by Casey Trainer on the Armagh girl, and that results in a free. It was Catherine Marley, I think, was the girl who picked up the knock. But again, Siobhan Carter's done really well, handled this game very well.
Yeah, Siobhan is a very good referee, and I mean she's plenty of experience. And you know she's done very good. She's very much up on the play, and you know she's making sure there's no dirty tackles or no, you know, really keeping on top of things.
Megan McShane from Armagh Harps and Eve Lavery from Ballyhagan are two girls that are going to come on to the Armagh side. Eve Lavery, what a player she is to have in reserve for any team. An excellent player, had a great season a couple of years ago. As Catherine Marley is one of the players who comes off down below us, and also making her way off is the hard-working Tierna Grimes. She's covered every blade of grass here in St. Cernoc's Park as the ball is fed inside now to Aoife Lennon, who's on the field of play. Back it goes to Mackin. Mackin onto the trusty left, gets the shot away. Wonderful score. Found that little bit of yard of space. We might have been, we're not being critical, we're just pointing out that she wasn't having a great day, but she still has 4 points to her.
Yeah, and you know, I suppose when you're that quality of a player that Amy Mackin is, you know, you can be a little bit harsh on her then when she makes mistakes. So you just expect, you know, brilliance from her all the time, and everyone, she's only human. But yeah, you know, that's the brilliant, that's where she's at her best, when she's just sweeping around that left foot and scooping around. And I mean, you know, it's impossible to stop that.
She's a joy to behold, isn't she? She's
really
a wonderful, wonderful player. Every day you come out to commentate on the likes of Amy Mackin. It's a good day as the ball is fed forward there to Amy Gartland. Another Amy, but what a player she is as well. She's worked so hard today. Ball now in the hands of Maeve Monaghan. Ball fed inside. Casey Traynor gives it inside. Armagh again getting plenty of players back, closing off that centre area as the ball is kicked in from distance on that occasion, but it goes to the right hand side and goes wide. And that's what happens, Niamh, when you are, you know, coming through the centre and you're closed down. You then you know, go with a pot shot that just really isn't on.
The shot's nearly forced then, Ger, and you know, you're trying to get it over, you know, putting too much in, and the accuracy goes down. You're trying to put so much power into it.
Not the best kick out in the world from Anna Carr on this occasion. It's the hard working Rosie Courtney does really, really well. Still going. Courtney has a girl off her shoulder, thinks about the shot from herself, from distance from herself. The sun is in the eyes of Anna Carr, but she's delighted to see that one drift to the left hand side and go wide. Another wide for Monaghan. Courtney had a girl off the shoulder, possibly should have used her, Niamh.
Yeah, you know, Rosie, I think again sort of forced herself into taking that shot, and it did bounce out wide, but it was kind of short into the keeper's hands. You know, there was maybe a few more options, and maybe if she'd held the ball up and maybe waited for someone to, you know, go into a better scoring position. But yeah, it's another wide from Monaghan.
Yeah,
actually the first in the second half. I think I make it. Yeah.
Gemma Grimes comes on now to the field of play for Monaghan. Didn't identify well, coming off just over there below us. Is it one of the Garland?
Yeah,
Amy Garland. Well, as the saying goes, she'll need no rocking tonight.
For certainly, she really covered every inch of grass.
Yeah, unbelievable. And more good news for you and for Monaghan supporters, as Cavan have hit the net again in Breffni Park. A third goal being scored there, so they are going to be comfortable victoriously over the Tyrone girls. So Monaghan will be through to the semi-final, and it'll be Tyrone, I think, then it'll go into the relegation playoff for the second year in a row. So that ball goes out over the sideline, and it's Sarah Morley trying to keep it in.
Gemma Grimes replacing number 10, Amy Garland, number 22 on the Monaghan team.
So we just checked the score from Breffni Park, and it's reading 3 goals and 10 to 1 goal and 10, so 6 points between the sides in Breffni, and we have 6 points between the sides here as well. So Armagh lead this one by 6, Cavan lead the other one by 6, and number 6 is on the ball. So all the 6s.
Yeah, and I just was checking, Gerard just brought the score in the Kerry-Laois game just to see who these two teams will meet. So Kerry at the moment, well, just see 22 minutes played. Kerry 4-13, Laois 1-8, so it looks like Kerry will top the other group. So
yeah, well, I was talking to Ronan Murphy, the Armagh manager, before the game, and he had thought that Kerry were probably too strong, and I think he was hoping that he would be avoiding them in the semi-final of the league. So he's got his way, but Monaghan will have to face the might of Kerry then.
Yeah, and obviously Kerry and Monaghan met last year at the semi-final stage, and it went to a draw, extra time, another draw, and then it went to kicks, and Monaghan came out the wrong side of that, and those horrible kicks.
yeah. Well, Monaghan in possession of the football with Emer Trainer. Trainer lays it off there to Rosie Courtney. Courtney 45 metres out. Lays it off there one more time. Opportunity now for Aoife Burns coming forward. Strong, purposeful run. Burns still gets it. This will be a fine score if Burns can land it. Oh, it's gone to the left-hand side and gone wide. Another wide for Monaghan as this game peters out here in St. Chinnock's Park. 27 minutes played as another substitution is being run on. It's Laura Carey from the Scottstown Club coming on to the field of play. And is that Jane Drury that's coming off down below us? And Jane can be pleased with her game. She showed really, really well in the first half and kicked a fine score from a free in the second half. She's had a good game.
She really has, and I mean, you know, she's, as we said, if maybe she got more ball in, she might have done more damage.
Well, here's an opportunity now for Atkinson. Feeds it in, but Anna Carr again, safe pair of hands and goals, and gets it out there to Sarah Marley. And Marley feeds it out to Eve Lavery. Great ball from Lavery, gets it out there over the far side of the field. Picked up there by Frances Quinn. Oh, and the ball now fed forward there, looking for Aoife Lennon. Lennon in possession over on the far side. 45 metres out, cuts inside, lays it back there one more time to Niamh Marley. Marley looks up and gives it back there to Carleen O'Hanlon. O'Hanlon will be pleased to get a full game under her belt, still going. And the referee adjudges that the ball was overcarried on that occasion. As
number 21, Laura Carey, replaced number 30, Jane Drury. Number
that's
21,
just notification of Laura Carey coming on the field in place of Jane Drury. Free out for the Monaghan girls. Picked up there in the sunshine here. Gives it over this near side of the field to Lauren Jones. Jones solos and gives it to Atkinson. Atkinson lays it off there to Garland. That's Lauren. Lauren gives it back. Ball fed forward. A hand pass on this occasion. Through the hands it goes, into the hands of Emer Trainer. Trainer twists and turns, has support there from Laura Garland. But Armagh now have everybody behind the ball. Ball switched over the far side of the field by Abby McCary. Over there, picked up there on this occasion by Aoife Burns. Burns back inside to Rosie Courtney. Courtney 45 metres out, but again Courtney forcing the play. No need to force it on that occasion, and kicks the ball down the throat of the Armagh girls. And out coming there with it is the experienced Carleen O'Hanlon. Hanlon threads it forward there, looking for Niamh Marley. Marley back to O'Hanlon. O'Hanlon now to Blahin Mackin. Mackin sees a little bit of space to run into. Mackin goes, lays it off. This is a great move. Can it be finished by Shauna Gray? Gray fires it across the goals. Surely a goal. And the ball well blocked on that occasion. It was a great opportunity for Aoife Lennon on that occasion. The return in Aoife Lennon, but between goalkeeper and defender, they've done really, really well and blocked that ball.
Yeah, and I think it's that player again, Lauren Garland, that was on the end of that block there, Ger. But yeah, really good passage of play from Armagh. You know, again, it's seeing what Blahin Mackin can do. You know, that passage of give and go, and you know, it's very hard to defend against that. And the shot from Shauna Gray, when I think it might have been a shot for a point, but it did go across the goal, as you said, to Aoife Lennon. And really well done by Lauren Garland, got a hand to it, and Orna Kelly also came out to smother the opportunity.
Two more changes on the Monaghan side. Sees Maya O'Reilly from Truro coming on, and Shauna Brady from Castle Blaming Foss coming on the field of play. And also number 27, Laura Walsh. So, well, it is unlimited substitutions, and I think now at this stage only maybe number 18, Emma Corley, is the only girl that I haven't seen getting on at this stage. So the management using this opportunity to give everybody a run out. As the two girls coming off down below us is Abby McCary and the captain of the side, Miriam Atkinson. So it's like a new team. As Armagh feed this ball in, the referee not
one of the Winnicon substitutions on the Monaghan team. Numbers 23
player to come off, I think, is the
Mia O'Reilly,
what needs to be
number
resolved.
20, Shauna Brady,
So it's
replaced
take two
number
on
5,
the 45.
Carey, and number 11,
Going off there is Lauren
Miriam
Jones.
Atkinson.
So this time the ball is laid back, and it'll come over this near side of the field to Sarah Marley, one of the three Marley sisters, Sarah, Niamh and Catherine, as the other sister is Niamh in possession, gives it to O'Hanlon. Was it Carleen O'Hanlon?
Yeah.
Got that shot away, and Carleen O'Hanlon pops it over the bar for her second point of the game.
Yeah, you know, and you know, that's what we see Carleen O'Hanlon do so often for Armagh over the years, and a very glitzing career she's had for Armagh over the years, and you know, it's great to see, as we said, you know, it's her first start today, and it's great for Armagh for her to get the full 60 minutes under her belt and to score 2 points in the process.
I think you told me before the game you had 18 years as an inter-county player. I'm sure Caroline has that as well, has she?
She has, and more,
Maybe
I'd say. You know, and as we said beforehand, not just an inter-county player, she's also playing, you know, netball in Manchester as well at a high level as well, and you know, so she's really keeping all sports going.
And a doctor by trade.
And a doctor by trade as well.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the last 2 changes that Monaghan can bring on. Marcella Greenan, or Michaela Greenan, I should say, who wasn't able to start the game, where number 9 comes on, and Rosie Courtney comes off, and also coming on there was Emma Corley from the Killeven club. So it's nearly like a whole new team. I think the only girl I think they're all.
I think Orna Kelly's the only one that hasn't changed. Yeah. The keeper. So I've lost count. My pen is in overdrive there, Ger, trying to keep taking note of all the subs that just come on.
Well, it's just trying to identify all these players now that are on. 24 there is Jane Duffy. Duffy lays it back out there to Jennifer Duffy. No relation from what I can gather. Crossfield ball on this occasion. Good ball. Plenty of good vision there. Gives it to Emma Corley. Corley lays it inside there. Eventually comes to Union Conley. Give me that first name again. Union Conley. Crossfield to Trainer back inside now to Aoife Burns. Purposeful run, lays it back inside again to Laura Carey through the hands it goes to Burns again. Eventually a little bit of space here now to operate in as the ball is fired in there by Emma Corley, but Corley's shot has gone to the left hand side and gone wide.
Substitution on the Monaghan
so
team,
we're nearly there in terms of the time. It's whatever Siobhan Coyle wishes to add on for all these substitutions. That's it. The final whistle has blown here in St Tiernack's Park in Clones, and we just checked the score. Yeah, it's the same as what we have noted here. It's 13 points to 6 in favour of the girls from Armagh. They came in as strong favourites to this game, and I suppose it's fair to say that third quarter of the game is where this game really changed, Niamh Kinlan, because it was 6 points to no score in favour of the girls from Armagh in that third quarter, and that was the decisive period of this game.
Yeah, you know, that was supposed that Armagh was always going to get their purple patch, and they got it probably at the right time for them, just after half time, as he said. And you know, they probably could have even scored more during that time. They really capitalise on Monaghan kickouts and put massive pressure on them and put a massive press on, and you know, went ahead, and I suppose they never really looked back from that.
Yeah, and look, at both sides were fairly confident in the fact that they were both going to progress to the semi-final of the league, and it was an opportunity then for both managements to throw on a lot of substitutions, so the flow of the game sort of drifted in that second half. Yeah,
it did at times, I suppose, as you said, when it looked like Armagh was going to be the winners, the out winners in the end. You know, that there was a lot of substitutes made. You know, as I spoke earlier, it's unlimited subs, so it's a great opportunity for managements to do that, and give new players and young players an opportunity to play against the calibre of players of Armagh have, especially on the Monaghan side. So, yeah, but you know, Armagh totally deserving winners. You know, played with the better. They'll be disappointed. You know, Ronan won't be happy going into the semi-final. Against Laois now, as we know, they won't be happy with the opportunities they missed and the chances that they didn't take. But you know, at the end of the day, the result is what they wanted.
So Ronan, in Ronan Murphy's shoes, he'll be disappointed with the level of performance today, but he'll be happy that they've won 3 out of 3, and he'll be happy in the knowledge that he has plenty to work on.
Definitely so, and I mean, you know, as we talked before the game, they'll want to get out. They want to get out of Division 2, like I suppose all these teams in Division 2 looking to try and push to get up. Only one team promoted, the winners only been promoted. You know, it leaves very little room for mistake. Armagh would have been very disappointed last year, didn't qualify for a semi-final. Now it's job done, 3 from 3. They'll look forward to their semi-final now with great hope and as you said, with stuff to still work on.
And your own home county, they are certainly work in progress. They showed glimpses today of what they have, you know, in the locker. They have some very talented young players who probably another season in this level of football would probably do them no harm. Is that a fair comment?
Yeah, well, I mean, as I said beforehand, you know, the changes, it's going through that transition. the new girls that come in have really stepped up. A lot of very young side. You know, you're now looking at your experienced players of Murren Atkinson and Rosie Courtney that are still only in their mid-20s. You know, they're the experienced players, the oldest players on the team with the most experience, but they're still so young. And you know, the rest of the girls that come in, and you know, I suppose Orna Kelly has to be really getting mentioned. You know, she's 3 starts in the league this year, making her debut and all, and has done well in all 3 matches. And that's, you know, a big step. Aoife Burns, another girl I mentioned, you know, was on the panel last year but didn't really get much time. Minor player of the year, and you know, she come in, she marked Caroline O'Hanlon, and you know, she came up. I suppose she maybe got the job of maybe trying to do a marking job on Caroline O'Hanlon. It's towards the end of the game there, I seen her pop up and try. She took a shot, it didn't work out for her at the point, it went wide. But you know, so there's these girls, and then you know, the Garlands again, still so young but such experience, and they're from that really brilliant club of Donaghmine that have got such experience too. You can see that. And
finally, the good news is that it's a final score in Breffni Park, and it's a win for Cavan, 3 goals and 11 to Tyrone's 1-12. So that means that these young girls will get a tilt at the likes of Kerry, and that'll be another part of this learning curve for this young team.
Really is, and I mean, what better way to learn about than against a team like Kerry? You know, I mean, the great tradition that Kerry ladies football have, and you know, it's a great opportunity for those girls. And I mean, I think, you know, hand on heart with the change of management and the change of personnel this year, in the sense of, you know, so many changes in the team, it was going to be a big step up to try and make a semi-final, and I think it's a great compliment to the management team and to those players that's there to make a semi-final for Monaghan this year.
That's the voice of Monaghan legend Niamh Kinlan, who's joined us here on this broadcast this afternoon from St Cernach's Park in Clones in this Lidl National Football League Division 2B game, which saw the visitors here to Clones Armagh run out victors on a final score of 13 points to 6. So we now know that it'll be Armagh against Laois in one semi-final, promotion semi-final, and in the other semi-final it will be Monaghan against Kerry. So intriguing games to look forward to. But for this afternoon, both sides have their work done. It's been entertaining. It's been a victory for Armagh. Thank you for joining us on wherever you are in the world. We hope you've enjoyed this broadcast. And from Niamh and I here in St Cernach's Park in Clones, it's Slán Go Foil on a final score of Armagh 13 points, Monaghan 6 points.